explode like. Splode glitch, splode glitch, splode glitch, splode glitch, splode glitch. Daddy daddy do. Sunny sunny oo.
Hello. Sorry, I turned that down and then I was like, where's my mic? You guys like the song? Hi, SJ and Sleepy and Leon and Kimi and Operez and American Bison. Hello, Viper. Hello, and Oars and Zaniel. Look at all the waves. Oh, I'm not like positioned right. There we go. We'll do different bangs today. That's different. That's not. There we go. Little different. Hello, Sinfire and Deadman and James and Glorp and Pangolin. Get pregnant. It's the boss. Hello, Aquarian and Pterodax and Tizzy and Kiwi and Sharks and R35 and Mimikyu and Violet and Peeps and Scatula and Zaniel. Hello, everyone. And Gruda. Who did I miss? Hello, Von Doom. Did you guys have a good day? I'm horrified that it is, I love how the fish always sets off the spam. I had a great day. And that, like, I feel like I have good energy. For the first... Like, it's been a hot second since I slept well enough. Although I will say, I have a coworker... I don't even know what to do in this situation, but I have a coworker who keeps asking me to wake up at 5. And 3 times in the past 2 weeks, he's been like, oops, I fucked it up. We can't do anything. You'll have to do it another day with me. Tomorrow? How's tomorrow? And I'm like, bro! Hello, welcome in, Nataline. 3-hour nap. I didn't have a nap yet. I'm alive. I did exercise a lot today. Hello, Fatal Sniper. Not a bad day, but I had work. You got off early? I got water. So the thing about work right now is that my coworker who does nothing explained to us today that he has a fuck ton of overtime. And all of us were like, from what? From what? What did you do? And we don't know. He apparently has a fuck ton of overtime compensation. He doesn't do anything, yet he has overtime. So we were like, okay, he has 6 hours of overtime, despite having 0 responsibilities for the last 3 months. So from being lazy, yeah, so that's a big, like, there was a big question mark in my head of like, what does that mean? Like, what is overtime? Is it a theoretical construction? I've actually playing Overwatch Stadium and Marvel Rivals. I gotta play more Marvel Rivals. Papa invited me to play. Getting cut off all the work they didn't do. Ah! But they still don't have any work. I literally was trying to like brainstorm things to get them to do because I'm like, it's like training them is a punishment. So I don't do it. They punish me if I try to train them with their incompetence. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do it myself. Ends of the regular season or playoffs. Oh, yeah, I guess competitive games have like more popular times. But yeah, I did so much work today. So, well, not at work. Honestly, if I tried to get things done at work, I couldn't, no matter what I tried to do. Did you guys see Matara's new model? Because if you didn't, it's really good if you like Monster Girls. She's very Tyrannid-esque. Silly question, when can we expect you to sing Dandadan and Beastars Season 1 OPs on stream? Learning Dandadan is like next level pain. Like, if you learn Dandadan, you're crazy. Or you probably sang it line by line. Because whenever I do Japanese songs, I sing it line by line. Because even though I speak Japanese, it's hard to remember a whole song without listening to it 1,000 times. Maybe one day. Maybe. It's so fast paced. It's also like they speak Japanese. The words are so slurred. Yonju yonpun turns into yoji yonjupu. Like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they do that the whole song. And like, so getting that right. Rap is crazy. And every cover I've heard, they like the singer just fucking quit and they just sang it yonji yonju yonpun instead of saying yonji yonju like that. Like instead of doing it the way he does. Our Mouse is the best cover of it. I haven't heard her cover though. I've only heard like 3 covers. I didn't know she made one. Some people, by the way, are just gifted. Their natural voice, their natural like talking voice, is just a good singing voice. My talking voice is not. Saw your thirst post about Matara's design last night. Thirst post? Alright. Alright. What do you mean thirst post? There's no way. There's no way. I'm there. I literally found it right now. Boom. Thirst post. Thirst. It's normal. I wasn't being weird, okay? Don't make it seem like it was being weird. She's very pretty though. Ain't no one gonna break my stride. Hot bug mom. Sure. What? Look at the dogs. That's it. You guys hate me. You guys hate me. Factual. This is the wrong scene. There we go. I love big women. It would be a thirst post if I said that I want her to pick me up and toss me against the wall and dogeza me. Which is true. She hates us. What? By the way, guys, I'm going to take a second. We're going to chat for a little bit, but today is going to be Reacts Day. I should also go over my schedule because I tried doing schedules again. I've always been, like, I always have a schedule. I just don't speak my schedule because, like, okay, let me show you something. This was no, wait, this wasn't last week's. Wait, was it? No, 2 weeks ago. I have to go download my own schedule. This was my schedule from last week. And I had to schedule I had to reschedule. I just canceled 2 streams. The thing is, like, if I write it down and I keep it in like a little notepad near my desk or digitally, it's like I can still stream on a schedule that helps me. But if I post the schedule, well, now I'm obligated. Hope Monday treated you nicely. It was okay. But this is the I infected our chat with Shibori plushies. What? This is this week's schedule. So it's like I'm literally traveling. Well, actually tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, so I can't. But on the rest of the week I'm traveling. Guys, I did. If you ever, yeah, it's Artie's art. Thank you, Artie. Your art is awesome. Sunny looks lovely today. I look lovely. I look the same every day. I am drawn. I'm not gonna lie, I straightened my hair in the past couple of days. Well, last week I straightened my hair. And then today I washed it again. Now it's curly again. And I'm like, ooh. Every time I like look at my regular hair, it's like an ego hit. I'm like, fuck. Unfortunately, my hair just looks better straight. Oh, Penelope. I wish I could experience an event like Epic the Musical again. But yeah, basically what I was trying to say is I'm not going to be here for most of the week. So, but there's still going to be videos going out. Guys, I'm so happy with how the video is doing on the new channel. We have like 4,000 subscribers on the new channel. Although, guys, this is going to come as a shock, I'm certain. If you post a video as a VTuber of you in a maid dress cooking for the viewer, you get a lot of weirdos in your chat in your comments section. I've got so many people scolding me about my digital footprint in that comment section. People saying, oh, you know, like your employer, if they ever found this, what would they think? And I'm like, they wouldn't fucking care. They'd be like, oh, cool. Shocked Pikachu. Yeah, that's a bummer. No. It's just, I'm pointing this out for entertainment factor. I'm not upset. It's actually more funny than it is anything. She can cook. Oh no, she put on a maid outfit. But when Connor Seadog VA puts on a maid outfit, no scolding. What are they, 60? I know. I'm like, what do you mean my employer? You think I go to work and they address me as Sunny Explosion? Also, I do have to actually go into work soon. Like, in the next couple of months. I work remote, and every so often I have to actually go in the office. Connor looks good in a maid outfit. That is why I think. That's probably the reason. Okay, guys. What's the sub goal to change my name to Sunny Explosion? My legal name. I will change my legal name for 50,000 subscribers. That's basically just saying I don't want to do it. 69K. Telling me that Sunny Explosion isn't your legal name. The truth comes out. It's not. Swap your legal and VTuber names. Guys, unfortunately my regular name, my flesh name is so boring. If you read I'm named after my grandparents. If you read my name, you will assume she's 90. Without a picture, 90-year-old woman. Gertrude. It's basically on the same level as Gertrude. Bertha. It's not as Helen. It's definitely in this. Brenda. I don't feel like Brenda is like an 80s name or a 60s name. Like your grandparents were born in like the 40s. Megan? Nah. Megan is like, feels like more recent. The song Sucky. Oh, I don't want to listen to boy pop. Although, if you guys have been catching up with Boy Throb, that's been a fun time. I don't know. If you don't know what Boy Throb is, I don't know how to help you. It's you have to Google it. I can't show you. I'm too lazy. But basically it's a parody boy band. Did they finally hit 1 million? They're at almost 900K. So fast. They've only been doing stuff for 3 weeks. A video emerged of some random person filming Boythrob performing at a retirement home. Name sounded a lot worse than that. Yeah, Boythrob. They let the community name them, by the way. They let they call them the Throbbers. They let the Throbbers name them. How crowded it was at the retirement home. You know what? You know what? Let's just... Can I please get the TikTok? Ugh. TikTok cringe. Thank you for re-uploading this for me. Let's make sure. It's not capturing. Fine. The audio is not capturing. No, it's just really quiet. This is said video. I'm kind of sick and tired of technology just not working in the way I would like it to. I'm really getting a little sick of it.
Soy Mage asked me, I mean, we did get you to accept being a furry, so it isn't like we couldn't get you to make Sunnysplosion your real name.
That's true.
My dear Soy Mage, you have caught me in a moment of vulnerability. Though I have accepted my furry transformation with a modicum of grace, the name Sunnysplosion must remain in the realm of delightful digital entities, lest Laszlo Cravensworth's mystique be lost forever. One must retain some semblance of mystery after all. But...
Thank you, Soy Mage. That's so... He's spitting true facts, and it's real, and it's facts. They're clapping! They fucking loved it! I love the internet. The internet is like a beautiful thing. There's like a World War II veteran in there who's like, Boythrob! It's better than bingo. I really am like, what do you think about retirement homes? In a way, I'm like, that sounds like it sucks. But I'm also like, I don't know if I'll be sentient enough to realize if I make it to a retirement home and I'm not living in the back of a Denny's. What if it's better for me to be like, because aren't these nursing homes or retirement homes, aren't these like actually terrible for people? Like all you do is hear about how they're bad for people. Someone mentioned the Second World Wars. Duck! The shells! They're just dropping bombs! 8 old people stun lock. That's not that funny. Lots of elder abuse. Yeah! I know my stepmom had a really terrible experience with her mom in a retirement home. I'm like, well, maybe it would be better for me to just fight. Fight for my life in, like, the wintry streets. A lot of old people make up shit, and hope their kids will get them out of there. Well, if they wouldn't be making shit up, right? If it wasn't bad. Like, how antisocial. The one thing that sounds awesome, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I would like a 1-week social rehab. I'm gonna make this. 1-week social rehab center for, like, people who have no idea how to talk to people their age. And it's basically like intervention time. Like, you don't know how to make friends? Well, you're now staying in this hotel for a week where you're going to have to talk to people and make friends. No cell phone. You have to talk to people face to face. Good ones are nice, prohibitively expensive. Yeah. Also, they completely underpay their staff. So we played League yesterday. That was a weird experience. What? Ah! Fuck you. Thank you, Lee, for the cheese. I like cheese, so get fucked. Thank you,
Allo
Harko, for the
Suni
45
love the
months.
streams and videos. You are such a Gruben Glorben, a Gooby Goober, a Schmeeby Schmeeb.
I'm a schmeeby
Anyways,
schmeeb.
love you. You are the Poggers Splodestare.
Thank you, Harko. Your messages are always so funny, the schmeeby schmeeb. You seem to have fun occasionally. Yeah, I had fun sometimes. It's just like when you lose, that's it. You're just losing the game. And the worst is when you're losing and you are held hostage. I'm like, we lost the game. Are you fucking dumb? Like, you're not carrying this game 1v5. Let me out. A glimpse at the old days. And it took me like 10 minutes to be back, like to figure it out again. Although I did accidentally the new quick match thing, I don't like that every time you generate your, like, it was picking my summoners. It was picking barrier for me. Stop. Let me farm top for 20 minutes more. I got this. Late game. At 15 minutes, everyone will be max full build anyway. There will be no advantageous play. But I was saying, Pat works at a retirement home, and they like to underpay the shit out of their staff, and they're charging the residents like, I looked at the rates. It's fucking expensive, but they won't pay a janitor over $17 an hour, so they have no janitors. So it's just fucking filthy. Oh my gosh, there's so many stories about that retirement home. What? Yeah. Yeah, and there was a meeting where, like, he basically, like, the CEO insisted that they were paying above average rates for the position, yet they couldn't fill it. Like, they don't have any janitors. They need 3 positions, and they can't get a janitor at $17 an hour. And immediately the employees were like, I don't think so, my guy. I don't think that's true. Should be criminal. Yeah. What about the old people who are living in the dirt? Think about the old people. We sure do love capitalism. Something, the economy. Something. I did by the way, guys, I bought a PC. Speaking of the economy, I didn't wait for the Steam Deck. I won't get one. I think it's so weird that the Steam Deck isn't launched yet. Like, for pre-order or anything. Like, there's no GameCube. What is going on? Is that a dog? Is that a hot dog? That's actually so impressive. Thank you, Quizno, for the glizzy twirl. I've never seen that.
Remember to take care of the dusted ones, Splode love.
Yeah, they're dusty. Take care of them. What's your favorite metal alloy? Alloy, eh? Isn't steel an alloy of iron, carbon, and
Sunny
if it's
Splosion.
stainless?
I have just one question to ask.
Oh god.
Warhammer Tabletop Simulator Tournament. When? I ask because we need an unofficial Sunny Splosion 40k trophy.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll write it down. I have never... So it's just a tabletop sim? They probably have it. I don't own tabletop sim somehow. Thank you guys for that level 1 hype train. Let's go! Let me do... By the way, I ordered so many emotes. They're coming in the next, like, couple of months. It's so... I'm so impatient when emotes are... Go get pregnant! Are, like, loading. Ah! Or being worked on. Let me do... I have, like, 1,000... documents for keeping track of all my fucking ideas. Yeah, that would be fun. I feel like at this point there's quite a few Warhammer YouTubers, VTubers. Steam said it would be a PC price, but would be closer to console performance. It might be 800, but I'm thinking it could be as high as 1,400. Yeah, that's the thing. I think, everyone who wants a PC is buying one now. As a consumer, every time I purchase a PC, if I'm looking for a pre-built, I buy it on Black Friday because the sales are like semi-real. The competition is insane. What the fuck? That's kind of cool. I liked that. Thank you for sending Joler.
Hey Sunny, who is your favorite content creator of all time? You always give me Northern Lion chill vibes, and that is a compliment, I promise.
Wait. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Who is your favorite content creator of all time? I watch so many. I'm probably not even... The most watched content creator of all time for me is unironically probably not interesting to you guys, but I've been watching this one content creator consistently, like once a week for 14 years, and her name is Gentle Whispering. She's an ASMR
Hi,
channel.
Sunny.
Hi, Vivicor. My favorite though? Yeah, if you asked me that in a year, it'd be different. Who have I been watching a lot of? That's fucked up. I can't even think of it. Probably of all time, I think the content creators that influenced me the most are probably the Game Grumps. Thank you so much, Calgore, for the 2 months. It's Game Grumps, yeah. If we're doing, yeah. OG ASMR artist. Yeah, dude, I hate ASMR that's like tons of 1 billion thousand tappies in my ear. Why was it evil? It really was evil troller. Thank you, Quizno. Yeah, they're legit. I don't watch them all that often, but every time I watch them, it's like I'm 18 again. And working at Wendy's to buy my laptop so that I can make Skyrim Let's Plays, because I want to be like the Game Grumps. Everyone has that content creator they like wanted to be like. The only thing is that I didn't have friends. That makes commentary hard. Oh! Oh, ew! Oh, God! Oh. Is he okay? Thank you, Shinobi. Thank you so much for Carrot Fish. Why were they feeding him that? Thank you guys for the hype train, by the way. Evil Joel. Yeah. What about you guys? Do you have any content creators? There's people I've watched. Like, they just show up on my feed and I'll click on a video. But honestly, it's like not that much. Markiplier. Somehow, I didn't watch all that much Markiplier growing up. Achievement Hunter. I also didn't really watch Achievement Hunter. I watched more Jacksepticeye, but I found him to be... How cute is this thing? Oh my god, I got stick bugged! Did you fucking stick bug me? Are you serious? Thank you, Quizno. Ah! Oh my god! Casual Geographic and Mini Minuteman. Ooh. Oh, I know. The Minecraft cancel. I used to watch, growing up, I watched Sly Fox Hound and I has Cupquake. Oh my gosh. Back when I played Minecraft, I was like 15. Oh, and then before that, so my life went from, you know, early internet, whatever was trend, like whatever was on YouTube. So it was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged to Maple Story shit. I'm in middle school at this point. Middle school, Maple Story MMVs, making my own, Russian Badger, Quite Jane Animations, Candy Eevee, and Sunny Explosion. I'm honored. Bunch of Pokemon guys. And something about the, what happened to that Minecraft
Now,
creator?
the main problem area is up here. All
Oh!
of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort.
What's wrong with my face? What's wrong? Are you suggesting it's my brain? I prefer it to be my face. I'm interpreting this as a problem with my face. You're not honored. You're Sunny Explosion. You're right. You make a good point. Watch Russian Badger occasionally. Heavenly was my formal introduction. Ah!
Don't let your kids watch it!
I need to center this again, but like, here, let me fix this. It got like off center. There we go. Tangia's like got that strip of missing Tangia in the corner. I was like, it'll fix itself. It didn't. Rebel Taxi does a lot of animation style videos. I watched that one guy who does VR chat stuff. I went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out like tracking stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I have a set of a fuck ton of trackers from Slime VR for my 3D tracking, and I think I need to get a different set of trackers. Kiryu Coco is my introduction to VTubers. Yeah, I think I discovered HoloLive first. When I applied to a certain company, I totally lied and said that I discovered the other one first, but I totally discovered HoloLive first. Gimme! No! But I remember EN debuting, and I was so sick. I was literally physically ill in Japan alone. I was having like heart problems, and I got emergency medically evacuated. But it took a while to do that. And so I would just be dying, freezing cold in my room, super uncomfortable. And like I would watch the VTuber stuff. It was really nice. At first, my first reaction, oh, you know what? I might have lied. Because the first VTuber the first VTuber that I ever had a bad reaction to, I think, was from the Rainbow Company, where I saw a VTuber with like just the biggest funky honkers, and they gave me the wrong impression of VTubing, where I was like, this is fetish. This is a fetish. Did anybody else have a bad reaction? Did you have a VTuber model before HoloLive? No, I didn't. I didn't have a VTuber model, but I had a VTuber character. I had never used my face. Well, that's not true. I started as a face cam streamer, and then I devolved into using just PNGs. But like, I was basically like a Nux Taku style PNG tuber since like 2016. I don't know. First VTuber I heard of was Project Melody. Leon! That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. But oh! No! Hey! I'm so clean. Spray stream.
That right there is emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here
Yeah, what
is
the
what's
fuck,
causing me the
guys?
most physical discomfort.
What's going on with that? What the fuck are you guys doing around here? Thank you, Taka. What the fuck? No, don't cry. Mine was Callie. So well, that's what Markiplier said. I'm not that sussy, you're fine. Yeah, I know. I swear to God, in this community, you say like, you giggle and you're like, penis. And people are like, whoa, you horny on main bitch. Did you just say penis? Holy crap. Welcome in, Wanderer. And I'm like, no, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny. Why? My peanuts. I can't believe she said that. I love pennies. They're getting rid of the penny. Isn't there a guy who's hoarding pennies right now in the expectation that they're going to like rise in value as a collectible item because they're no longer printing them? Oh, they already did that. Oh. I'm caught up in the world. I'm gonna be filthy rich in 50 years. My grandchildren. The last one was minted 2 weeks ago. Oh. What about the last minted penny? If I worked for the government, I would have nabbed that fucker. I would have filmed it. There it is. There it goes. Boom, and put it in a little like in a little frame. You would go to jail immediately. I'd replace it with a different penny. What do you mean you would go to jail immediately? He's got the penny! Do something! The penny! Oh my god!
The only thing I can do is to drink my own pee. And
Drink
this is
my own.
Something I've never done before.
Not something I've never. Is that the guy who, like, given any opportunity, will drink his piss? Oh, yeah. What about the guy who has the butt pennies thing?
Wow, beautiful. Wow.
Thank you. Oh my god. Appreciate it. Oh, my eyes. You're so nice to me. Thank you, Garuda. I love Tangia. It just makes the stream more fun. Oh, I should have a redeem that makes Tangia like 25 bits. That would be so fun. That was an immersive experience. Beautiful. That would be chaos. Well, I mean, imagine if it was like...
sound. Really? Till Daddy's head explodes?
This is exactly how I talk to my
Now
cat.
where's my bits?
Jert. Thank you, SJ. Thank you, guys. Live footage of baby. I should get an emote of baby. Let me write that down. I'm never gonna remember. I'll put in my weekly. I have like a weekly schedule planner for myself. Let's put it in there. Kitty emotes. That would be fun since I have so many emotes. Emotes of cats. They're just blank, dumb faces. The emote of baby should be her throwing guppo? I don't know what that. Good song in the background. This is one of my favorite songs ever. Oh my god. I was talking about something and I like don't remember, but it was like a good conversation. Anyway. That's my brain for you. Oh, here's another thing I did. Do you guys watch Leah Asimov, who joined me during my subathon? Most of you know Leah, right? I'm not going to spoil it. Your gallons, I found them. They went east. It's a pretty good one. Thank you, Quizno. But I got Leah a gift. I'm hoping in her next stream she will show it off. I worked so much. I ended up commissioning a lot more videos. Is there anything from my subathon, by the way, that you would like to see turned into a video? By the way, next week, maybe the Sunday stream, I really need to finish Lifeline. Never heard of Forgot Your Sub. Ever returned Miwa's clothing? I fucking haven't! Oh, where is it even? It's probably in my closet. Fuck, I need to do that. Guys, the company that's supposed to be sending me the postcards that I'm sending you guys for the subathon, I had the weirdest interaction with them where they were like, hey, I see you use the template, but you scaled up the resolution. Can you send us like a non-scaled resolution version? And I was like, what do you mean? And they said, hey, like, so this resolution was like 1,200 by 800, and you sent one that's 2,400 by 1,600. Can you send it in the exact resolution? And I was like, are you serious? You can't do that yourself. You're a printing company and you don't know how to like appropriately scale the resolution of something? And the thing that really annoys me is that they emailed me 3 weeks ago regarding that. I've already paid for it. They emailed me 3 weeks ago about it, and I didn't see it because like it went to my updates and not to my primary in my email. And I'm like, oh, so I'm 3 weeks behind because you guys couldn't split the resolution in half. That's really weird. I'm a printing company not being able to do that. How automated other machines? I'm like, just open Photoshop, any free thing. Set the resolution to what you need it to be. And if it's perfect 1-to-1 scale ratio, which it was, just fucking drag it to the corner. Literally one of the first few things we learned besides how to operate a printer. Yeah. So that was a fun thing that delayed my commission for. I have like a lot of things to do, so. Oh, I asked, but I didn't look at the chat. Do you guys have any I'm looking for like, so I'm making videos. I make videos on my streams, but I'm wondering if there was any fun stream I did during the subathon that you guys are like particularly interested in watching as like an edited funny hoo-ha. But if not, that's fine. All of them Arc Raiders compilation. Also, are we getting the VODs for the subathon? Here's the funny thing about that. Like, okay, let me show. I don't know what to do in this situation. But we have so okay, a lot of them are like blocked. A lot of these are blocked, but YouTube only lets you upload like a certain amount of shit. Like the videos can only be 11 hours, 55 minutes, and 1 second. So it takes a 48-hour VOD and splits it up super weird. So we have all these things, right? We have them all here. And some of them are just not processing. And I don't know what to do with that because it's like, what do I do with that? You've been uploaded. Let's see, how long has it? Because they all went up at the same time. By the way, whoever owns the rights to the Bob Ross IRL stuff, like, they're crazy. 13 days ago. So it's been processing for 13 days. What do I do? There's just chunks of my subathon, 12-hour chunks, that are processing for 13 days. Should I message YouTube? Probably. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring this channel back because the reality is my idea of streaming on the other channel has not panned out. That did not work. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. YouTube thinking AI trying to upload multiple videos, so it's why they're pending. No, they're pending because YouTube didn't process them. When you upload a video, YouTube has to like send it through their encoder, which makes it the video smaller. Like if you upload a here's some fun YouTube information. You got to be careful about how big the video you upload to YouTube is, because if you upload like a 5 GB 10-minute video, YouTube's going to turn that into like 70 megabytes. It's going to compress the ever-living ass out of your video every time. And that's how they save on space. They have like an incredible storage algorithm. I'm always stunned. I bet these 11-hour videos are like not more than 400 megabytes each. 12 hours or whatever. Through the Crunchinator. But it means the bigger your video, the more the compression. They will just shit on your video. You have to find a way to make your video look good with like low quality, because it's gonna get with not low quality with not a lot of space. They're gonna crunch it up. The videos that I'm definitely going to be making, like the parts I'm making videos out of, are going to be like Lifeline and Bob Ross IRL. I don't think any of the cooking stuff will work. Lean into it. Put in the unregistered Hypercam 2 logo. And upload a video that's like 80 gigabytes and like render it in wonderful quality and put like unregistered Hypercam 2 because it's going to get crunched. Are we there yet? Oh, yeah. Best of babysitters? I'm not going to do that. Like, that's not really content of me. But I like the idea. That's a cute idea. Fun as Metal Gear was to watch, I can't imagine the amount of haters you may get in the comments for it. Oh yeah, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like the game that plays like a game that was made in 2004 and is completely unchanged besides the graphics. That game was a nostalgia buy. That Delta doesn't play well. I will say there was one good boss, and it was the guy who ran around in the trees. That was like actually an interesting boss. It was the only boss that was well paced. Like when the Ocelot boss, stupid as shit. What was it? The B boss was really annoying. The things that you used to get away with in games from 2004, you just don't get away with nowadays. People don't fucking like that. And by the way, $60 game. Ocelot is the coolest, but the fight made him not cool. I agree. He was really cool. The fight was him like Scooby-Dooby skedaddling around and shooting at you, occasionally hitting, hiding behind a tree, spending 10 minutes reloading. Sorrow was 0 out of 10. Oh, my Sorrow was the single worst boss fight I've had in a long time. And so was Fire Guy. That was a pretty objectively, by modern standards, that boss fight was pretty boring. The Fury. Yeah, I was fucking furious fighting him. That's why. Sorrow depends on how many you kill on your way. I don't give a shit. It's a bad boss fight. So if I don't kill anybody, there's no boss fight? Wow. That's so cool. $60 game. But like what I mean is like I like the aesthetic, but not the gameplay. Brad, thank you so much for the 19 months. I really enjoyed Phantom Pain when I played it in 2015, and I think that if you are a fan of games and you didn't grow up with Metal Gear, you need to just play anything else. Like play the newer Metal Gears. But my expectation that it would be a new game was wrong. That's what I think ended up being like a little disappointing about Delta, is that I had the expectation that the game would feel like a modern game, and it didn't at all. I've heard that it's basically a reskin of 3 with like almost the same code. Phantom Pain learned a lot of lessons from the old games. It's a shame it was unfinished. It was unfinished! Yeah, Phantom Pain was an excellent game. Sorry it was terrible for you, but it made me watch you Rambo through the game was hilarious. But no. So you're telling me that if you killed less people, the boss fight is more fun? That's you cannot sell me on the Sorrow being fun. Yes, it's a shorter boss. Even if it's 2 minutes long. Like, just because I don't have to endure it for 10 minutes doesn't mean that it's more fun. It just makes it less painful. It can be like 20 seconds long. That's fair. But it's like it's like not really a boss. It's very Undertale-y. You kept leveling up your love, and now you have to walk through the sea of corpses, and they're coming for you. That point, get a different boss. I think that, like, how could the Sorrow have been redone? In 1,000 ways. In 1,000 ways. Make it so that you can, like, you're on a stealth mission, Sonny. Who gives a Are you oh my god, that's insane. Skill issue for you. Yeah, maybe. I mean, genuinely, like, I chose to play the game in a way that you're allowed to play the game. And so the game was worse by programming. to Russian stealth. Sure. I'm not gonna lie, when I played Phantom Pain, that game feels very, yes, extremely, like, genuinely optional. Like, you can do stealth, you don't have to. The game doesn't, like, insist upon itself. You choose your fate. Nah, that boss fight's bad. There's basically no defending it. Canonically, the mission has no kills, and the game really wants to make sure you feel that its own detriment. Yeah, that's, that sucks. But you didn't play, it could have not sucked. Yeah, I don't subscribe. That game is not very good. I can't imagine Metal Gear Solid 3 is any better, but Delta was not a $60 game. I definitely got scammed, and I didn't really enjoy myself. I think the first like 6 hours were the most fun. It proceeded to get worse. Lifeline was much more fun than that game. You gotta make her play Revengeance. I've seen Revengeance gameplay, at least. You knew what you were getting into with Lifeline. Yeah, but the gameplay is actually pretty fair. There's like there's points where it completely breaks. And something about screaming at it until it works is kind of nice. And also, I have never gotten stuck at a point and had to Google something that was mandatory. I Googled the rations part. It's the I made it the fuck up Metal Gear. Yeah. I made it the fuck up. Maxer defined a generation with that. That became such an insane behind chair. And then she's like, there's nothing behind the chair. I already lunked behind the chair. They coded in an interaction to say, I know what you want. No. I know you're saying behind the chair. I'm coding in an intentional misunderstanding so that you have to find a different way to make her look behind the chair. She's like, what do you mean behind the chair? Behind this chair? I'm like, yes. Yes. The actual VAs have now done the I made it the fuck up lines. Yes, when I was doing the Real Shorts cinema theater with Papa, I saw that Maxer was playing Arc Raiders, and I was like, do you have room for a third? I'm drunk and I'm watching videos in the background. And he was like, maybe not if you're drunk. And I'm like, I wish that I had left watching Real Shorts, for an hour and just played some with Maxer. It would have been fun. How often do you catch a friend in the middle of a game? Anyway, do we want to watch some videos? I have a good opening video. All right. Positioning. Let's do this one. Boom. We'll just do this. Oh, wait, that's not going to work because the second I maximize, it's going to be all fucked up. All right, we're closing the fishing thing. For tee-hee ha-ha videos, oh my god! Actually, I do need to fix this a little bit. Oh, chat is underneath this. What in tarnation? That's not what I want. It's not quite right. It's got another pixel or two. Man, I wish that there was a way for Opera to, like, it like doesn't capture, like obviously the Windows taskbar is making this thing not 1080p, which is completely messing me up. Come on, come on. All right, that's fine. All right. So videos we have. We can do, can I work my 9 to 5 job from inside Skyrim? Oh, well, it's all fake. Supposedly. We have Defunct Land. I have been recommended this. We have More Oversimplified because I'm a history nerd. The Lock-Picking Lawyer. We have Real Shorts. I don't know if I can genuinely watch these without throwing my guts up. This I'm curious about because I got roasted when I watched Guilty Gear and I called Bridget a girl. Everyone was like, oh my god.
You wake before sunrise.
Oh, these are... I've seen these trending a little bit, but I've never seen one all the way through. But she is a girl. Exactly. The devs have said it. This I might hold on to for like a day. Like for a specific day to watch the comics, because we've been told... Yeah. Like, sure, they retconned Bridget. Bridget was, at one point in time, a boy. Now they are transgender. It's like, Jesus God. And also, I didn't know that. There's a Maxer video here. And I've never played Ace Attorney, but I'm curious. Is it retcon or a continuation? I don't really know. I don't know. And I don't give a fuck. Maxer Ace Attorney. It's good. Continuation. There you go. See, and I get told different things. I'm like, I don't play the game. I don't fucking... leave me alone. Nah, it's actually... It's fine. Needs to go down a little bit. Okay. So, what are we doing first? You want to do this one? A live dubbing of a confused Ace Attorney AI? Oh, it's an A... Oh my god. This is going to be 2021 AIs. That is going to be awful. All right. We'll get this for it. Let's see. Shinobi's probably already faster than me. I beat you, Shinobi. Pin. Okay, so this is live dubbing of a confused Ace Attorney AI by Maxer. My boy. And I'm seriously not bragging. I am not bragging at all, but I have been in a Maxer video.
So as a...
I'm bragging. So I have never played Ace Attorney, but I do know objection. So we're gonna watch this. This is some form of live dubbing. Also, why is it a little messed up? There we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do like a audio check the first couple of times. Oh, that's good.
You have a difficult job ahead of you, Mr. Wright.
Maxer's voice is perfect for this, by the way.
Defense calls Larry Butts to the stand. Will the witness give his name and occupation, please?
Larry Butts, huh?
My name's Larry. I'm 20 years old, and I live with my mother.
It's all Maxer. Do you guys know Ace Attorney? Do you guys know what this is?
Why do you still live with your mother at 20? Because I was born here. And why were you born here? Your birth certificate says you're from New York City.
Born here. In this courtroom.
I was born here, but I lived in New York until I was 4 years old. Clearly, the witness is lying. How do you know that? You can't know that. Did a clown tell you that?
Is this all AI? Is all of this text AI generated? Is Is that what I'm missing here? This is a dubbing of like fake. Okay, got ya. Sorry. It seems it's clear from the title, but it's not. I don't know the game. This could have been legit. I don't know.
A clown. Much like the clown who you murdered. I swear it's true. I moved to New York and everything changed. I was happier there. Why did you move to New York?
Are we dropping the clown?
I wanted to become a detective. I thought it would be exciting to try new things. Larry, your whole story has been nothing but a long list of cliches. But I'm not lying.
Objection.
If you were born here, why does your birth certificate say you were born in New York?
Did he just say he was in New York till he was 4?
Your Honor, I request that this clown be sent to a psychiatrist.
This guy was clearly born in New York, Your Honor. And the guy is like, yeah, I was. And he's like, oh, no, born in New York, psychiatrist.
Very well, case closed. This court finds the defendant. Your Honor, I am the supposed murder victim, Honky Honkers the Clown. This man, Phoenix Wright, is a dick.
The supposed murder victim is here. Oh, what a twist.
Danger to society. I was the victim here.
He was the victim of murder. So he says.
I did not kill that clown. How do you know? I saw him get blown to pieces by a blast of laser.
I love 2021 AI is so incoherent. Like 2025 AI has like hallucinations, but 2021 just doesn't have any idea.
Your Honor, the witness is lying.
They're lying.
Order. How
Take
could
that.
I have blown the clown to pieces? I don't even own a laser. If you were the clown, you... Stop it. Mr. Honkster, do you have anything to say in your defense? Yes. I am a clown. That is all I have to say.
He's also alive.
Oh.
That's a pretty big defense. I don't understand. They're accusing him of murdering this guy, but he's right here.
And I know everything. That's right. I know everything. What did you just say, Mr. Clown? You know everything? Of course. I am a magician and a master of the dark arts. I know
What?
everything that happens in this courthouse. Dark arts? Demon summoning? No, I can't summon demons. They're much too powerful. I'd die in an instant.
Okay. He's omnipotent.
Mr. Clown, why is that so funny? You accuse my client of a serious crime and then you admit to knowing nothing about it.
He just said he knows everything.
I do know about it, yes. I learned about it from the world's worst source of information. My parents! Your parents know
What the fuck?
about it. Yes, they're cops. They know about everything.
This is so
I'm here
dumb.
to testify that my stepfather, Larry Butts, killed the world-famous clown.
My stepfather, Larry Butts? Are you related to the other guy who is also named Butts?
Hunker H. Moose. Do you know where you are? Yes. I'm at the courthouse.
Yes, good
And
job.
why are you there? To testify in the trial of my stepfather, Larry Butts.
This is AI like checking itself. Why are we here? What is the prompt?
Why do you want to know that? Because he killed my mother's beloved clown, Honker H. Moose.
All right.
What's your real name? Henry. How do you spell that name? Henry with a C. Thank you, Miss.
Henry with a C.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Why don't you like my
Henry
stepfather? I don't dislike him per se. I just don't think he should get off scot-free for killing my mother's beloved clown. That's all.
So he's not the clown? What? He's not the clown. His mother had a beloved clown.
Oh.
He is the clown. He got better. He is the clown. So his mother's beloved clown is him.
So why did you come forward with this information? Because that person who killed Honker has never been brought to justice, and I wanted to make sure that never happened. Who killed Honker?
Huh?
I don't know. It was an anonymous caller claiming to be a magician.
What?
A magician? This is getting more and more interesting. Can you describe this magician? No, I can't. I only remember that he was a man with a dark sense of humor.
What? With a dark sense of humor, I'm going to murder this man?
Anything else? Did you get a good look at his face? All right, how about this?
He said
Mr.
he
Butts was
called
in
him.
a car accident, and when the police arrived, they found him unconscious and with severe head trauma.
Okay.
They assumed that he had been drinking and had arrested him for drunk driving. In fact, there was no drunk driving involved.
What?
Can you explain how the accident occurred? Yes, I can. It was an act of sabotage.
The drama. An act of... Where are we? Like, what is... Who got drunk? But didn't...
The magician.
It's a
Why
magician.
would a magician want to kill Mr. Butts? That I don't know. However, I can tell you who didn't. Who's that? The woman he was dating at the time, Daphne.
Daphne
I don't know
didn't
why
kill...
she would want to kill him, but I'm fairly certain she's not responsible for this accident.
I don't know why she would want to. And she didn't.
How do we know their relationship wasn't falling apart? She hired the magician? No, she didn't. I did.
What?
You
What?
admit to it?
What?
Yes, I do. I have no defense. But the real truth shall set you free.
He just confessed to murdering himself?
Mr. Edgeworth, who is your next witness?
Edgeworth?
The musician, Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, testify and tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth asks him some questions, and Frank says he doesn't remember a lot of details, but that it was dark and he couldn't see the driver's face.
Okay.
The car was upside down, and the only thing visible were the license plates. I ran to the car, but stopped.
The completely identifiable, the only identifiable feature potentially.
When I noticed that the driver's door was open, I looked in to see a man slumped over the wheel.
No.
Was he dead? He wasn't moving. I screamed, and then I heard someone else's scream. I heard a woman scream. Where did the scream come from? Behind me, sir. A woman ran out from a dark alleyway. She was wearing a long white dress, and her face was covered by a white mask with a red mouth.
The weirdest masquerade wedding has been crashed.
Can you tell us what happened next? What did you see? A man came out of the shadows. He was holding a sword, and he was also wearing a white mask with a red mouth. The man was the
A sword, eh?
defendant, Larry Butts. As you can see, Judge, this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Butts is guilty.
Objection.
Mr. Butts, how do you respond to these accusations? Your Honor, I would like to call my next witness. If you please, Your Honor.
Okay.
So who is this mystery witness? The man who killed the clown. Are you sure that he's going to testify?
Why would he testify?
Yes.
I killed him, Your Honor. And we're done.
All right, who is this man? His name is Miles Edgeworth. This is...
Wait, this is actually so funny.
outrageous. This is an attempt to frame me.
Oh my god,
I call the
believe it.
witness to the stand. Any objections? None. Give
Get
your
him.
name, occupation, and residence for the record. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a lawyer. I practice law in this city.
Why do these characters look like this?
What is your occupation? I am currently serving as the prosecutor of this case.
He's on trial. Can you imagine murdering somebody, and then you're like, no, Your Honor, I have one more witness. It's the guy who really did it. My lawyer!
Where were you on the night of the murder, Edgeworth? I was at home. I got home around 10 o'clock shortly before the clown was killed. How could you...
This is so in line with the game. Really?
Sure, you weren't the one actually doing the killing, were you? I was at home and I have witnesses to support that fact. There's the bartender who can confirm I was there until closing time, and my neighbors can vouch for my early to bed, early to rise routine. Bring the bartender to the stand as a witness. The bartender will confirm my alibi. Lewis, come here, would you? I need you to be a witness for the defense. Yes, sir? You can testify for the defense as to where you were on the night of the death of this man.
Wait. So the defendant called his own lawyer to the stand and claiming the lawyer was the murderer, and they just are dropping this? No, they're not dropping this. I can't tell who's the prosecutor. Who is the prosecuted?
I can. Well, let's have you tell the court where you were. I was closing up shop at about midnight, sir. Was Edgeworth with you? No, sir. He left at about 5 minutes before I did. So Edgeworth was not with you at midnight when the murder occurred. That's right. Edgeworth, your alibi is paper thin. That's right.
That's true.
Are you sure? Yes. Uh-huh.
Guys, this is what happens in my dreams. The defendant called his prosecution to the stand as the supposed killer. Oh, so not... Okay, he called the prosecutor. So that I see. So he called the opposing lawyer to the stand. Either way, that is certainly a twist.
But what evidence do you have that proves Edgeworth is the murderer? I don't have any evidence. I'm just telling you what Lewis said.
Hearsay?
Mr. Butts, there is evidence linking you to the crime scene, but none linking Mr. Edgeworth. Why should we believe you are not the murderer? Because I'm innocent. I don't know who the murderer is, and that's God's honest truth.
Okay.
Your alibi is very weak, Mr. Butts. Nobody can...
It's non-existent, one might say.
Vouch for where you were at the time of the crime.
Objection!
Oh?
There is one person who knows exactly where he was at the time.
Objection!
Isn't it the clown?
I can prove Larry Butts is innocent. Please bring his fiancée Daphne to the stand. Why should I call Daphne to the stand? If anything, she should be the one to testify that she was at the photo studio the whole time. Yes, she was at the photo studio. With you. With me. You're breaking up. What are you supposed to be, a cross-examiner? Call Daphne to the stand. Very well. Call Daphne to the stand. Daphne, where were you at the time of the killing? I was at the photo studio with my fiancé, Larry Butts.
Oh,
no,
horrifying.
you weren't. Why are you trying to disprove your own theory?
And also, this makes him the defense, Blue Jacket guy. So he is saying, no, you weren't where your alibi says. Therefore, your alibi is wrong.
Where were you really at? I was at my house, in my room. I was watching TV.
What? So you just admit... You know, you're supposed to swear in on the Bible for these things. Like, lying on the stand is a crime? Where were you really at? Ah, you got me. I was kidding. I don't know where I was with friends.
Your house in your room at midnight. Yes.
Objection!
Oh.
This is photo of you and Butts dated at 11:59 p.m. There is no way you could have driven from the photo studio to your house in 60 seconds flat. It's possible if you put your foot to the floor and rev the engine. Why would you do that? Unless you knew a murder was going to be taking place.
Oh my god!
What? I swear to God, I had no idea.
Oh my god,
That's
this is
impossible.
insane.
You must have known. Daphne, Larry Butts isn't the murderer. You are. You are the person who was hired to kill honky honkers. But you couldn't bear to tell your boyfriend, Larry Butts, so you needed to take him home before the murder took place. I can't believe you would accuse me of something like this. I would never do that to Larry. Judge, declare the verdict.
What?
All right. The defense would like to argue why the court should not declare the defendant guilty. I've got you cornered now. Your Honor, I would like to introduce a new piece of evidence. A letter that was sent to the police by Mr. Butts' daughter, Rita.
Huh?
This letter states that Mr. Butts received a threatening phone call from the victim 2 days before the crime. Well, the letter must be a forgery then. It's not like my daughter to lie. It's a desperate attempt by the prosecution to try and implicate an innocent man.
Okay, I believe it.
What are you smirking at? Let me speak to my lawyer. Your daughter isn't your daughter anymore, Larry. She's Daphne in this scenario. What? You heard me. Your precious daughter is actually Daphne, the magician's apprentice. Do you have evidence?
Butts' daughter is the magician's apprentice. The magician being the guy who originally claimed to be the murdered guy.
That proves this, Edgeworth. Yes, this photograph. It's a picture of me with the woman in question.
That doesn't
Where did you take
prove
this photo?
this.
A month ago at the victim's studio. That means
You were there.
Daphne is actually the victim? Yes, Daphne was the victim. This is crazy. I don't believe it. The prosecution has conspired against me to frame an innocent man. Sit down, Larry. Then, that leaves one question.
Does anybody know what's happening? I think the AI must be contradicting itself so intensely that I think I know what's happening, and then it will say something different, and then I gaslight myself. Oh, I misheard that. Thank you for the, by the way, thank you for the watch streaks. So I gaslight myself, and I'm like, oh no, that clown didn't. That guy didn't claim to be the murdered clown. He was just a guy, and his daughter, clown guy's daughter, who's actually a magician now, was innocent, and Daphne was the victim of murder.
Who is the magician? I am.
What? What?
You are the famous magician Little Nick? The newspaper said so. Indeed, I have been wanted by the law for decades. I'm not going to stop now.
He's in the courtroom. He just showed up in his own trial. He didn't have to show up. Another guy was gonna go to jail for your crime, you fucking idiot. You should have fucking stayed away. Why would you show up?
How have you evaded punishment for so long? It's all connected to the case, isn't it? What do you mean? The victim was a magician. I am a magician. I have been framed. It's impossible. So you mean the real killer was the police? You're joking. They were fed up with me ruining their cases, so they made one of their own. You're telling me that no actual murder took place? I'm telling you that the victim is still alive. Where is he? At the police station. I don't get arrested, and he dies. That's why I didn't get arrested. I was tipped off by the police officer who framed me. That means you still need to get arrested. Exactly. I'll need an attorney. Me? Why? Because the police will try to frame me again if they get a chance. I'd rather have an ally on the inside who can help me. Of course. The trial begins tomorrow. See you there. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god, indeed. Okay, first of all, this thumbnail scared the shit out of me. I thought I was looking at some boobies. Second of all, what the fuck? Did we get a resolution? I don't know. Everyone, I can't tell you what just happened. I enjoyed it. I think. Now, I think the first 3 minutes were coherent. But after this, it gets it references earlier events incorrectly. Certainly, right? And then I'm remembering things wrong because it's going really fast. And they're introducing new characters. But then ChatGPT doesn't even remember what they said. This was fucking crazy. I liked it though. It had to be Maxer dubbing it. Maxer's voice lent to that being way more good than it would have been otherwise. I will say, This entire court case is basically if Jenny has 18 watermelons, what is the radius of the sun? I was hoping to find an explanation down here. After the point it stops being a civil case and just starts being Edgeworth and Phoenix trying to figure out what's going on. I've been wanted by the law for decades. I'm not going to stop now! A criminal is shoved to the court! The car was upside down. He was hunched over the wheel. Did a clown tell you that? How do you spell that name? There's so many good quotes. Like this is also this one I think is my favorite. I've been wanted by the law for decades. I'm not going to stop. Your Honor, I am a clown. That's all I have to say. I don't want to know everything. Yeah, I thought this was weird. Honkers was dead, but he was in there testifying. Anyway, that was certainly something. I feel dumber than ever. Okay, next. Probably not this one. This will be its own day. Do we want to learn about tortured people? I think I should probably skip this. Lockpicking lawyer? Oh, yo, look at this. Look at this restoration. This looks awesome. Oh, it's ASMR. It's ASMR yellowed plastic retro bright restoration. Oh my god. Too bad it's I don't want to watch the ASMR aspect of it. Defunct Land? Let's actually do let's do Lockpicking Lawyer and then we'll do Defunct Land in that order. And I'll get the exact one. In that exact order. So, I'm assuming he teaches you how to pick locks. This is $12.99 unpickable locks from Stuff Made Here. And this guy's there's no way there's that much intrigue regarding locks. What else does he do? Gun stuff. Holy shit, it's all locks. It's all locks. Guys? It's all locks. I didn't know there was such a, it's mostly locks, really. I didn't think there would be such a core audience for locks. There's a bugging RFID readers and stuff. Bike locks. Oh, the bike lock, I see it. Door locks. All right, well, we'll watch this one, and then we might watch some other ones of his, just because some of the more popular ones seem to be short. Okay, this is Unpickable Locks from Stuff Made Here by Lockpicking Lawyer.
This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and the video you're about to watch is the culmination of a series of events that started about 6 months ago. That's when Shane, at the excellent YouTube channel Stuff Made Here, posted a video build of an unpickable lock. That video, which I will link below, also challenged me to open it.
No, I'm...
So his whole video is dedicated to making a lock that cannot be picked. And he's got the science behind it. Wow, so this is specifically designed to not be picked.
And completely redesigned, say I had locked up, because what I received, he seems to have meant, but Shane wanted to improve his design first. And by
give me a second.
I will link below, also challenged me to open it. I obviously accepted because the lock is here, but Shane wanted to improve his design first. And by improve, he seems to have meant completely redesigned from the ground up, because what I received was the original lock and a second lock which bore no internal resemblance to the first. And I have to say, I had a great time with these because both mechanisms are, to the best of my knowledge, completely original and, in my opinion, quite good.
They are super scuffed up. So my assumption is that this guy was fiddling around, trying to get this open forever.
Fortunately for me, though, Shane doesn't have a lot of experience with lock defeat methods, so there were a few minor oversights that I was able to exploit.
Ah, so a guy who doesn't know anything about lockpicking tried to make an unpickable lock?
However, each of the issues I found can be fixed with very little effort, which would result in formidable lock designs.
Oh!
Before we pick these, I want to explain what I'm going to do so my actions don't look too cryptic.
Sorry.
That will require some reference to the internals. But if you want a detailed look at what's inside, you need to check out the Stuff Made Here YouTube channel, and all the appropriate links are below. The first lock, this one,
You've got the Stuff logo like lasered in there.
Looks something like this on the inside. When you insert the key, the pins in contact with the key will lift these upper pins that are shown in gold. Those pins then lock into place and rotate until they're in contact with this fin. There are
Did he make this?
Gates in the
Like, did he make these 3D renders or did he receive these?
fin, and only if these upper pins are in the correct position will they pass through. Notably, however, when that test phase occurs, when those upper pins encounter the fins, they are no longer in contact with the key pins. That's what makes this unpickable in theory. What I'm going to do is lift all of the upper pins as far as they will go, lock them in place, rotate them until they're in contact with the fin, and then drop them down until they fall into their gates. It usually takes a few attempts for it to work, but the method seems to be reliable.
So that's design number 1. He was sent 2 designs. It really looks like he fucked it up. Like, it really looked like... I don't know if this is because it was made unique or what condition he received them in, but this looks like my guy stuffed stuff in here and was like really struggling to get this open.
The second lock is even more complex than the first. It actually has 2 cores attached with an internal connecting rod. If we look at the back, we can see the bottom core, the top core, and a connecting rod.
Okay.
The shear line that matters is the one on the upper core, which we can't access to tension.
Is this like good lock design? I'm assuming complexity lends to better lock design.
Behind this area of the lock. By the time that upper core actually turns, the bottom core is offset by about 45 degrees, which means you can't move the pins. That's why this lock is, at least in theory, unpickable. Put differently, when you can access the pins, you can't tension the lock, and when you can tension it, you can't access the pins. I'm going to try to get around that by inserting a thin piece of metal between the door and the lock housing. Then
I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, do you think this seems like a cop-out. You can't open it through the lock? Why are you so confident you're going to be able to get anything underneath it?
Slide it up until we're over the top of that upper core, and then pull down, which should tension the upper core. Once that happens, I should be able to pick this as I would a normal lock.
You'd be surprised. You can defeat a lock as valid. Okay, yeah. Breaking in through the back. I mean, at that point, you could explode the door. You could just take a blowtorch to this thing and melt it, right? Did you pick the lock?
There are 2 other potential vulnerabilities. The first arises from a combination of this core rotating 45 degrees in either direction until it seizes up, and the tailpiece being misclocked by about 45 degrees. When we pick, you'll see why that makes a difference, but I think you'll get a chuckle when you see how they interact. The second vulnerability is decoding, and we can do that because all of these upper driver pins are the same length. A tool can be fashioned to lift all the pin stacks to the stopping point, fully compressing the springs. That's an indirect way of measuring the key pins, which would allow...
Ah, shit. They're all the same. So if you can just smush them all to the top and then you get the difference, right?
Allow us to cut a key. I did not create that tool because I had another way to open this, but that's something that used to be common before manufacturers started varying these lengths. Okay, I have been talking for too long. The jig that...
This is interesting because what I would have counted as picking the lock. He seems to be, you know, exceeding what my definition in my head.
Shane sent me to pick these in is way too big to fit on my desk, so we are going to mount these up, head down to the garage, and try to open them. Okay, we are down in the garage. Both locks are mounted in this mock door, and the frame
okay, so they're mounted. Okay,
secured to my workbench. We're going to start with the newer of the two locks and discuss a vulnerability enabled by the fact that this core will turn about 45 degrees before it seizes. That creates an issue as the lock interacts with the deadbolt. Now, under normal circumstances, a deadbolt that is fully extended can't be pushed back into the door. However, if we turn this core as far as it will go, it's just enough to disengage the anti-retraction mechanism. That's something we can certainly take advantage of while the door is locked. All we need to do that is something that will turn the core and something pointy like the tip of my pocket knife.
Are you serious? If you just move it, you can unlock the door.
So, I'm going to turn this as far as it will go.
You're gonna put it back
use
in.
the point of the knife.
This is so dumb. This next one has to be better.
To walk the bolt back.
Bro! It doesn't stay locked! You didn't have to do anything!
Might as well let them know we're here.
Ding dong.
Next, we are going to attempt a picking attack, though certainly not a traditional one. We discussed it upstairs, but what I'm going to do is attempt to slip this between the door and the housing so we can tension the upper core. Pushing this in will do damage to the door. However, I don't think it'll be a lot of damage, and I don't think it'll be very noticeable because it'll be on the bottom. However, I will show you the damage after we're done. The hard part will be getting this into position, so let's do that now. I am pushing the tool against the door.
Oh my gosh, it's just sliding right in.
So it doesn't deform.
Yeah, the dog barking in the background is pretty funny. It just went right in. Okay. This is more valid than I thought. I was assuming that would be like pretty solid. Oh,
okay,
is he on?
I might have it, but the only way to be sure is to pull on these pliers and see if the pins are binding. There we go. Click out of 1. Little click on 2. Nothing on 3. Little click on 4. Little click on 5. 1, 2. Another click on 3. Click on 4. Nothing on 5. I don't feel anything else. Let's see if we have this open.
Oh my god. I don't like that there's 4 million people, almost 5 million people learn how to pick locks from this guy. Guys, we don't need to know this. You can keep it to yourself. That was a relatively long pick attempt. So that even the first one, which is a little janky.
Okay, now let's work on the older lock. Once again,
You're enabling
discussed
people.
the theory of what we're going to be doing while
Too
we
much
were
power.
upstairs. However, it's a little bit harder in practice. First, we need to lock it.
So this was the they sent 2, and the second one was more complex.
Okay, I'm going to use this pick to lift all the pins to their highest position.
This guy should have been in Breaking Bad. He would have been great.
And when I release these, I'm going to be tapping on the housing with this mallet. It allows for a little bit more control as the pins come down, and it increases the chances of success from about 1 in every 10 times to 1 in every 2 or 3.
Oh my god.
I think we've got it.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Locks designed so that he couldn't pick them, and he picked that thing in 4 seconds. Okay, hold on. My next question is, was he given a schematic for it? Locks are false security. Well, they're probably at least a defense against, like, the laziest of people. Lockpicking is a job, Sonny. Oh, really? Because guess what? One time my mom and I were in Airbnb in Italy, and the lock broke in the Airbnb, and it locked us in the Airbnb with one door. And we had to call a lockpicker. And the Airbnb host charged us $750 to get out of her Airbnb. So, yes, I know it's a job. And, yep, needed sometimes. Bro, what? I know, right? Bruh, how? The lock was weird as shit. It locked into the floor. But anyway. Go away. No one's home.
Okay, folks, let's bring all this stuff back upstairs. I will show you the damage underneath, and we will sum everything up. Okay, folks, we are back upstairs, and I'm going to briefly address how to fix each of the exploits I demonstrated, but first, let's take a look at the damage to the door. It's certainly noticeable once the lock is removed, though much of the damage is covered by the lock, and the part that isn't is probably obscured because it's underneath the bulky housing. Frankly, even if I saw that, I'd probably attribute it to sloppy installation and not to an attack. While we're
I'd see that and be like, well, if they broke in, fuck me, I guess. And then I'd spend the next week trying to figure out what they took.
Looking at the door, note that Shane welded both of the hinge pins, probably to stop me from popping the pins and declaring victory. And I've got to say, he did the right thing, because I definitely would have done that. Moving on to the locks, the issue with the first lock can be fixed easily by decreasing the angle of the fins so there's no slope for them to rest on. Frankly, a reverse rake would probably be advisable. With the second lock, the first exploit can be fixed with a slight modification to this moving tailpiece, reclocking that cutout by about 45 degrees. There are about a dozen ways to fix the picking exploit and deny access to the back of the lock, but when I told Shane about it, he precision machined a back cover, which is probably the most expensive solution, but certainly one that works.
Yeah, I guess if you have a machine and you're exhausted, so does that make it, I mean, I get it. An unpickable lock, yeah, you could just break the window, right? You're just gonna break the window. Well, fuck it. We're talking about locks.
Is there a video showing how to pick a bank vault, asking for a friend who has a school project?
Yeah, there's got to be a video somewhere on this channel. At this point, there's got to be video. Like, these videos, I don't, like, people, why are you telling people how to pick bike locks? Dude. You are helping people who want to steal bikes.
So, I hope you all enjoyed this. Shane, excellent work on these locks, and thank you so much for sending them my way.
I would say lock your door, but this guy makes that advice null and void.
God damn it.
That's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe.
Fuck yeah. Subscribed. Also, we have another reply video by making another pick-proof lock, but better. I've heard from a reliable source that LPL has received the locks. Unfortunately, that was months ago with no word since. So I can only assume it wasn't picked. I still hope he posts a video about it. Oh, interesting. So this guy makes a video and lockpicking lawyer can't get it open. And so he's just like, Okay, let's do, let's see some of the popular stuff. Cyclists don't really run on bike locks. Get it insured. Yeah. I mean, nah. If you should, yeah. There should be a way to stop your shit. I mean, get it tagged, probably. That might be a better way.
Check out one of his April 1st videos. They are pretty much guaranteed to make you laugh.
Let's watch this one.
This is The Lockpicking Lawyer, and I recently saw a YouTube video with over 60 million views showing how to break open a padlock using 2 wrenches just like these. Now I'll leave a link in the description below, but essentially the video shows this arrangement. The 2 wrenches are inserted through the shackle of the padlock.
It's like you're tossing a spaghetti. You know, you got the double
when they
fork.
are pressed together, they lever against each
Oh, it's not like that. Okay.
other and exert an incredible amount of outward force on the inside of the shackle. Now, if you think about it, you realize that the force exerted by the wrenches is actually directed to the thickest part of the shackle and then through the shackle to the lock body. Now, in the video, it's the pot metal lock body which breaks because of the extreme forces, of course, but also because of the weak lock material. But the trick really doesn't scale up because the forces are being exerted to a strong part of the lock. So even with a mildly competent padlock, the trick's going to fall flat. But I don't think it has to if we can redirect those forces to a weak part of the lock. So consider this master lock. If we had to choose the weak parts of this lock, I'd probably start with these little cutouts in the shackle where the locking lugs go, and then the locking lugs themselves. Those are probably the physically weakest parts of the lock. So if we can redirect the extreme forces exerted by these wrenches to those parts of the lock, I think we have a trick that could probably scale up to some stronger locks. So it's actually not that hard to do. All we do is reorient one of those wrenches. We put the first one in like so, and then the second one at a 90-degree angle. So let's see what happens when we try this. Okay, looks like we broke something, but it's not completely open. Let's try that one more time.
Just hit it with a hammer.
There we go. Okay.
Oh no, I have 2 wrenches and a master lock.
Let's take a look at a
I know I have master locks hanging around somewhere because if you use a U-Haul, I moved from New Hampshire to where I am. And if you use U-Haul, they require you to buy a lock. I just don't know where my locks are. Let me check my Let me see if it's in here. No, I don't. I probably got rid of them because I probably didn't use. I probably donated them. That would be fun to try this really quick. But I have 2 wrenches, but no lock. I have unlimited bacon, but no bacon. Ah.
Exactly what happened. If we look at this shackle, we can see that
it fucking broke. No way. All right, more. My wife versus Ben & Jerry's ice cream lock.
This is The Lockpicking Lawyer, and today I'm going to attempt one of the most dangerous things ever caught on camera.
Is this an April Fool? This has got to be April Fool. It's not. All right.
To get between my wife and a pint of her favorite ice cream, and we're going to do it with this.
The other day I went to buy some Ben & Jerry's. It was $10 for a pint. It was $10, $10.99.
A Ben & Jerry's
I scoffed and I bought a Twinkie.
For lock. It's a plastic 3-digit combination lock specifically designed to secure a pint of ice cream. Now this is a lock that is incredibly easy to decode. In fact, I don't recall ever seeing a combination lock with gates that were so easy to locate by feel. but that's actually perfect for what I have in mind. You see, I've always wanted to get Mrs. Lockpicking Lawyer.
It's basically a meme, right? This isn't a real lock. The lock isn't the point.
Interested in non-destructive entry methods.
Oh, so he's trying to get his wife into his hobby.
And this combines a
Oh my god, Obake Pam, how are you? Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Are you working on any projects recently? I know you are. You're always working on something. I hope your stream went well. Welcome in. My name is Sunny. I'm a space bandit. And we're watching some lockpicking lore. I've never seen this stuff. And it's very interesting, actually.
A beginner lock with a really nice incentive to learn. So what I'm going to do is
he's gonna lock his wife's ice cream
lock up a pint of her favorite.
The vanilla caramel fudge. What the? This is some taste. Okay. The Cherry Garcia is the best Ben & Jerry's flavor ever.
Ben & Jerry's vanilla caramel fudge.
Disgusting.
Put it in the freezer, and when she finds it, hopefully I'll be able to convince her to join me on camera, and I will teach her how to open this up.
What?
So.
You will get into my hobby.
Off this goes to the freezer, and I will update you soon.
Will she get in, chat? Will she get in?
Okay, folks, I really should have known
Double
better.
chocolate fudge is good.
I came home today to find my wife standing next to the refrigerator, looking like the cat that ate the canary. So I opened up the freezer and I found this. So it seems that the lessons of the day come courtesy of Mrs. Lockpicking Lawyer, who reminds us all, first, that security is only as good as its weakest link, and second, that no man should ever get between his wife and her ice cream.
I need to show this to the cybersecurity department at work. I work in tech. I need to show them this and be like, hey, what's your weakest link, guys? No, this is so cute.
In any case, that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.
I would have never imagined going in through the bottom. I like that a lot. This is a much better idea than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, like, oh, set it to 1, check all the other ones, set it to 2, check all the. Just open the bottom. All right, one more. This is so good. This. Removing the scammer's boot? Hold on. I gotta see this shit.
This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and I recently saw a YouTube video of a news report covering an illegal car booting operation in the Chicago area. And
why is it always Chicago? Every time I hear of like the illegal operation, 3 men have been running a drug company for the last 22 years in Chicago.
Being who I am.
You know why. The crime, like, Chicago, by the way, I've heard, is kind of nice. It's just some people are insane.
I decided to see if I could find the exact model of car boot that the perpetrator used. I soon discovered that the model was sold under several different names on Amazon, so I picked one up, and we're going to see just how.
Give me a second here. Why are car boots like $40? You can't just boot Leah's car so she has to stay forever. I don't know. I might be able to. You can also see me like fucking in a random address. Oh my god, where was I? Where the fuck was I here?
How hard it would have been for someone with the right tools to release their car. It turns out that the right tools are nothing but a screwdriver and a tubular lockpick. So let's head outside, lock this on my car, and get to work. Okay folks, we're out in my driveway and I have this locked onto my car as best I can, given the size of the wheel that it's locked to.
So it is a piece of shit.
The first thing we need to do
You could absolutely drive out of that, huh?
is open this little door, and I'm going to do that using this tubular lock impressioning tool.
That's a nasty scar on his hand. I wonder what happened.
Okay, now that we have the door open, I just need to loosen a little screw there. Normally that would be done with this tool that comes with the boot, but I'm just going to use a screwdriver.
Oh no, that was on there pretty good then. This little thing is the thing that sticks it. Okay. Damn.
Okay, we are back upstairs and
Everyone in Chicago was like, thank God. Thank God. I'm able to escape the
as you
car
saw,
booters.
this really doesn't provide any challenge if of course you have the right tools and a little bit of knowledge, which I suppose is the rub. In any case, that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below.
I would go around and steal as many of these boots as I could. I would take so many boots. Get me a boot. I want my car to be booted so that I have the opportunity to have a free boot to put on someone else's car. This seems like an absolute win. I want one of these. Oh my god. My only concern is like prank wise, if my friends didn't notice this was on their car, that would be bad. All right, this guy's funny. I like the content. I like the lockpicking lawyer. Thank you for gifting a sub to Sunny Boot. Please don't boot my car. I've never been booted before. I am a good bean. I pay my bills. Except for that one time I went down to Florida. Oh my gosh. Except the one time I went down to Florida. And, think of the bits.
Imagine reading on your couch and you hear from the front door, nothing on 1. Click on 2.
Oh no. They're breaking in. But yeah, I went to Florida and they didn't use Easy Pass, they used Sun Pass, and so I like used the toll roads like a normal human being, and Easy Pass didn't work, and they sent me a $20 toll even though I got on the highway and immediately exited. They were like, "Oh, you went the entire length." And I'm like, "You can see where I got off, right? You probably can have a picture of where I got on." I still have that bill. I just never paid it. The state of Florida, like, I don't live there. Are you crazy? I am not paying your goofy bill. They billed me when my car was in the back of a tow truck after I sold it! No! No! That's awful. They didn't take your plates off? SunPass is private company, so the state isn't going to go after you. Good. As they shouldn't. All right, next one is going to be Defunct Land. The history of the Nickelodeon Hotel. Oh, fucking, you already have it pinned. How long ago did you pin that, Shinobi? You're so on top of it. This is Defunct Land. And Defunct Land, the history of the Nickelodeon Hotel. Defunct Land packs its bags and checks into Orlando, Florida's forgotten resort, the Nickelodeon Hotel, or the Nickelodeon Family Suites by Holiday Inn, or just the Nick Hotel. It had a lot of names. I never have. I don't really go. I don't know of the resorts, but they're always in Florida, aren't they? Florida's like a scary place to me. I have a sibling who lives down there, and my only experience being in Florida is, wow, this is nice. And then that one time, it was not nice because I almost had to sucker punch a demon lady who was slowly approaching me at a red light while I couldn't cross the road. And there's drug McGee came walking at me, and she was the noises she was making was like honking like a goose. So I have like a good experience in Florida until I have the worst experience in Florida. And the only people who seem to be okay with that are like Florida natives. Although I'm complaining about Florida. The last time I went into Philadelphia, which is like my local city, I was behind a lady who was talking to herself and screaming at no one, and then reached into the trash can, grabbed a lemonade, an Auntie Anne's lemonade, sniffed the straw, and then started drinking it. So I have Philly is probably, it's like a little patch of Florida, I think. Oh, that's Philly. Yeah, Philly is so gross. Philly it doesn't smell as bad as New York City though. I go into New York City and it actually smells like sewage. But like you'll walk 5 feet and it won't smell like sewage anymore, and then you'll walk another 5 feet and it's like, ooh, sewage again. But anyway, this is Defunct Land: The History of Nickelodeon Hotel.
In 1999, the children's network Nickelodeon was changed forever with the premiere of a new cartoon series named SpongeBob SquarePants.
Is this in HD? It is. Premium bitrate. Guys, I got YouTube Premium.
Nickelodeon had developed many popular TV shows in its 20-year existence, but it had never had a hit like SpongeBob. The show debuted to high ratings, with an audience comparable to Nickelodeon's biggest series at the time, Rugrats.
At the time? Wow. Rugrats was pretty old even at that point.
But SpongeBob found massive success in an area that other Nickelodeon shows hadn't: merchandising. The company had purposefully shied away from extending the brand too far from the network itself. While Nickelodeon had turned some of its properties into toys, feature films, and video games, they feared that too much merchandising would contradict the brand's goal of appealing to young audiences.
You know, something that surprises me is just how popular SpongeBob is in Japan. You see more SpongeBob merch than you think you would, kind of just walking around.
Nickelodeon was supposed to appear as a network run by kids, for kids, and the executives believed that children could tell when they were being advertised to, thus interfering with the channel's primary objective.
Can you imagine having morals?
On top of this, a general distaste for the Walt Disney Company and its practices had solidified Nickelodeon's motivation to limit size and avoid feeling corporate. All of this...
Damn it. I feel like a company can't exist like this anymore.
...was thrown out the window after
I feel like you're someone who goes into the industry looking to be like this, you will get the light kicked out of their eyes.
SpongeBob premiered. The potential profit from merchandising the show's characters and setting was too large to ignore, and the title character would turn into Nickelodeon's unofficial mascot, its own Mickey Mouse, within just a few years. It appeared as though Nickelodeon was cashing in, but they were still concerned with expanding outside of their comfort zone and tarnishing their brand. In lieu of building its own stores like Disney, a type of project that was deemed too risky, Nickelodeon instead licensed its properties to anyone that wanted them. If you could slap a SpongeBob sticker on it, then Nickelodeon would sign a document that legally allowed you to slap a SpongeBob sticker on it.
What? Why? This does not maximize your profit margin, which is all that matters.
And since they were already beginning to look like their main competitor, why not act like them too? And what's more...
Okay, so they threw this out a long time ago.
More Disney than rushing into a huge, difficult project fueled by temporary success. Welcome to the Nick Hotel. Going up?
Oh yeah, they also had the Fairly Odd Parents. Let me... Nickelodeon have? They have Avatar: The Last Airbender? I don't feel like they own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see. We have a list? No. I guess SpongeBob brought it into the forefront. Let's go, Kevin. Thanks for making this. That was somehow nostalgic. Nickelodeon.
On October 9th, 2003, Nickelodeon announced that they had formed a partnership with the hotel chain Holiday Inn for the purpose of transforming its Orlando resort, the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort, into the first ever Nickelodeon hotel. The property was less than 5 years old, having just opened in the summer of 1999. The resort was Holiday Inn's first all-suite hotel, featuring 800 suites, 2 pools, water playgrounds, a restaurant, and a food court. The hotel was located just east of the Walt Disney World Resort, and transportation was provided to all 4 Disney parks. Nickelodeon had originally considered constructing a new resort themselves, but decided against this due to their constant fear of failure.
So this was another example of just slapping Nickelodeon, their brands, their IPs on anything. They basically just slapped SpongeBob on a Holiday Inn.
Orlando was of course the perfect location for the resort's pilot test. It had a huge tourist population of families and young children, and the company had 2 attractions at Universal Studios Florida, Nickelodeon Studios and the newly opened Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast.
God, that looks... I forgot how horrifying Jimmy Neutron, the animation, looked. Look how bad that 3D looks.
The Holiday Inn was located closer to Walt Disney World than it was to Universal Studios, but Nickelodeon would take what they could get. During the announcement, Nickelodeon revealed that they had plans to build 4 more resorts throughout the country. The transformation of the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort was to be completed in early 2005, and the renovation would cost an estimated $20 million. Nickelodeon began advertising the resort leading up to its release, and parents began to book their stays at the new hotel.
Did you hear? Nickelodeon has built a hotel just for you. Opening this Memorial Day, the brand new Nickelodeon Family Suites by Holiday Inn.
This feels so familiar. I might have seen this
Orlando, Florida.
As a kid.
You get your own bedroom. Sweet. 2 humongous pools with slides and flumes.
I do
a
remember
giant
this.
Arcade, character breakfasts, and live Nick entertainment. Parents can book reservations by logging on to www.nickhotel.com.
Yeah, parents, your parents. Go talk to your parents. Go get a reservation at nickhotel.com from your parents.
Or call 1-866-GO-TO-NICK.
I never went to my parents and said, I want to go to the Nickelodeon. Oh my God.
On March 9th, 2005, the Nickelodeon Family Suites Holiday Inn, commonly referred to as the Nick Hotel, opened its doors. Guests would walk up to the bright orange resort, with characters peeking through the window of the main entrance.
Oh,
this led to
cute.
the lobby and check-in desk. There were
Hey.
4 room layouts that guests could choose from. The first was a 1-bedroom suite designed for 1 to 2 people. This included a king-sized bed, full kitchen, and a
Wow.
dishwasher. The second was a 2-bedroom kids suite. This included a private parents' room, a living area, a bathroom, and a themed kids' room. The kids' room would either feature a bunk bed or 2 twin beds, and the rooms were themed to different Nickelodeon properties, such as SpongeBob, The Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Dora the Explorer, Rugrats, Danny Phantom, and more.
Oh yeah, Danny Phantom.
Guests could request a specific character room and would be assigned to it if available. The kids' rooms also featured a television, and some came with a PlayStation 2.
Oh, that's kind of sick as hell.
Guests could rent games from the hotel for $5 or bring their own. There was also a CD player and an activity table in most of the suites.
I'm sorry, was there any expectation? Like, there was stuff outside of this hotel, right? You weren't just going to be in a themed hotel, right? Like, I've never been... I don't know what this is.
Unlike the parents' room, there was no door separating the kids' room from the living area. This was due to a county law restricting doors on kid suites for safety reasons. The parents' room was unthemed and featured 2 side tables, a closet, a 25-inch TV, and a makeup desk. The main living area
The thick tube TVs.
featured a pull-out couch, a rocking chair, a dining table, and a 25-inch TV. The third suite layout was a 3-bedroom kid suite.
Wow, look
This
at this.
came with 2 private parent rooms, both with king-sized beds, a themed kids' room with a bunk bed and pull-out cot, a full kitchen, a full dining room, and 2 bathrooms.
Jesus God, what are you doing in here that you need all this?
The fourth and final layout was Nick Hotel's honeymoon suite, called the Nick It
Honeymoon suite?
Night Suite.
Oh, yeah.
This included a heart-shaped whirlpool, mood lighting, scented bath lotion,
No.
an extra-large shower.
Shower for 2, baby.
Hey, babe, I know 10th anniversary is coming up. Why don't we take it to the Nick Suites? The Nick at Night. Who is getting freaky at the Nickelodeon Hotel?
And only one private bedroom.
Leave those kids at home.
For some reason, these rooms didn't last very long, and it seems that they were discontinued within a few years of the hotel's opening.
Yeah. For some unknown reason.
All suites had the
I know
option
what
of a
I'm
wake-up
looking.
call from a Nickelodeon character, and simple room service was available. The suites opened from the outside, resulting in the kids' suites having no windows. 14 six-story buildings housed the suites. The main structure comprised of 9 buildings, enclosing the lagoon pool, and the other 5 buildings enclosed the Oasis pool. The main area also featured the lobby, the fitness center, and Studio B, which was
Okay, so this is the layout. It isn't just a hotel. There's other stuff. There's a big building with an arcade. Okay.
pool.
That's actually... Guys, I want to go.
The main area also
it
featured
open
the
still?
lobby, the
I
fitness
guess not.
center, and Studio
point.
B, which was a space for special events such as conferences, birthday parties, and starting in 2009 for inexplicable reasons, weddings. The
What the hell?
lagoon pool featured a basketball court, mini golf, a pool and a kiddie area, the Lagoon Bar and Grill poolside restaurant, and a large water park. The main
Hey baby, you wanna get slimed at the Nickelodeon Hotel, haha.
Slimed. Thank you for the bits. I think... Guys, I don't know. He's a 10, but he wants the wedding to be at the Nickelodeon Hotel. Or she. An 11? Oh, Viper's into it. Married instantly. There's like 1,000 other places you could go. That would be way more funny. She's a 20. I forgot XJ9. My life as a teenage robot. That was such a good show.
attraction for children staying at the resort. The water park featured large cutouts of Nickelodeon characters, multiple water slides, water features, and a large water bucket at the top of the structure. This would periodically fill up, tip over, and douse guests with water. And at certain times of the day, the water would be colored green to simulate slime. This
Oh my gosh, that's so... Ew, ew.
was treated as a special event, with hotel employees gathering everyone and getting them excited for the mass sliming. The Oasis pool area featured another poolside bar, a kiddie area, a spa, and a less elaborate water park. This was supposed to be the
Wow.
more relaxing area than the often crowded lagoon pool. In between the two hotel structures would be a
I feel like this should have been really popular considering all of the IPs.
building referred to as the mall. The mall featured an
They had a
arcade,
Starbucks.
a kids spa, and a gift shop, which sold both Nickelodeon and Universal Studios merchandise. There was a
Wow.
4D theater, which had a 3D screen,
Jesus.
moving seats, bubbles, and water effects. This would show a SpongeBob 4D film, as well as 15-minute highlight reels from recent movies, such as the Ice Age franchise, and later, Pacific Rim. There was also a theater named Studio Nick for game shows and live character shows. When the hotel opened, Studio Nick had 2 game shows, Who Knows Best and Nick Live. Who Knows Best was a game show that tested how well families knew each other, while Nick Live was a show in which families would compete against other families in physical challenges and trivia.
She's very pleased with herself. Look how far. This is cursed. I agree. I don't like this. I don't like how she's looking at me. I don't like it.
With the winner getting slimed.
It's no dinosaur love hotel, but it's a close second.
There's a dinosaur love hotel.
A smaller scale version of this show called Nick Live Poolside would be performed by the Lagoon Pool, with a small dunk tank dedicated to the show. The Nick Hotel also had a wide array of dining options. The mall had its own food court, with restaurants rotating in and out from time to time. Restaurants included A&W, Pizza Hut Express, Antonio's Pizzeria, and Starbucks. There was a
I
buffet
saw
open
the
for breakfast
Starbucks.
and lunch.
My white woman eyes zoned in on Starbucks in the overview.
In a
The top-down schematic. I saw it.
adult bar named the Nick at Night Lounge, and the hotel's signature restaurant, the Nicktoons Cafe. This reservation-only
Dang.
character dining restaurant served a breakfast and dinner buffet. The main appeal of the Nicktoons Cafe was, of course, the character meet and greets.
And now, a brief tangent on Nickelodeon character costumes.
The
Were
Nick
they
Hotel
bad?
allowed guests to meet many of their favorite Nickelodeon characters. There were meet and greets set up throughout the hotel, Studio Nick character shows such as
Cute.
SpongeBob Alive, and dance parties in the pool area. The art of turning a 2-dimensional cartoon into a 3-dimensional walk-around costume is underappreciated. If done correctly, it can bring a beloved character to life. If done incorrectly, it is creepy. Today, Disney's walk-around characters rarely come off as unsettling. This is because of the talented actors that portray them, the brilliant artists that design them, and years of trial and error.
Dear God.
Nickelodeon did not have the benefit of the latter. All of the
They don't look creepy to me.
Nick Hotel character costumes seem to be designed in such a way that the characters appear as though they are always smiling for a picture. However, this only works if they are staring directly at the camera, which they almost never are. On the other hand, Disney's
Do they look creepy to you guys?
costumes are designed to be multi-purposed. For instance, when Mickey is smiling for a picture, he will tilt his head up slightly. By design, he appears to be smiling more from this angle. When he tilts his head back down, he is still smiling, but it is more neutral, as opposed to relentless and terrifying. Also, most Disney costumes are designed for some amount of neck movement. This gives the characters more life, as they don't appear as walking sculptures. Many of Nickelodeon's costumes featured heads that were too large to move. This resulted in a surplus of premium-grade nightmare fuel.
And the child under the desk. I don't think these look too creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not buying it. I guess they scared children though. But I was afraid of Santa when I was 4 years old.
Made worse if the children actually did have a nightmare, they would turn on their bed light to reveal the character staring at them while they sleep. In short, every character at the Nick Hotel looked like they were on drugs at all times.
Okay, so they scared the kids.
Characters appearing at the resort included SpongeBob, Squidward, Sandy, Patrick, Mr. Krabs,
Mr. Krabs is the scariest one.
Dora, Boots, Diego, Blue, Danny Phantom, Aang,
Danny Phantom,
Cosmo,
Aang.
Wanda, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh my God! Oh! 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 I take it all back. This is awful. No! No, God! No! And there was no way they could. Jimmy! There was no way to make this look good. The eyebrows being asymmetrical is so weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh.
Angelica.
Angelica also doesn't look very good. But oh God. You saved that Jimmy Neutron costume because you knew it was going to sell your point. You knew everyone was going to be like, these don't look that bad. And then, oh my God, you sold us.
The Power Rangers.
They all look normal.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Those look awesome.
Millie and Geo of Team Umizoomi. Ming Ming Duck Ling. Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Huh?
Chase and Marshall, the Paw Patrol dogs.
Oh my gosh. These things, I never had heard of the Paw Patrol until like more recently. They're kind of everywhere. I get Paw Patrol ads on the internet being an adult.
Pablo.
Pablo!
Bubble Guppies? And Little Bill. The costume designs improved over time, but they were still not optimal for character shows.
But Squidward, today is the day that we honor the greatest sandwich in the 7 seas, the Krabby Patty!
Oh yeah. He is a square. So that's a hard one.
Behind the mall, there was a man-made lake. While it was not accessible to guests, various statues of Nickelodeon characters were placed on it. The hotel also had Christmas festivities named the Let It Snow Celebration.
This seems like they did a lot of stuff.
The resort was decorated.
Sonny Bombad looking at costumed mascot wonders, going ooh and ah while reminiscing HRSA childhood memories.
Thank you very much, Uncle Biku. Very cool. Thank you for that nightmare. For me, all for me.
The resort was decorated in bright Christmas lights, and it offered hot chocolate and s'mores around fire pits. Many of the walk-around characters were dressed in seasonal costumes, and there was a special Studio Nick character show called...
The hotel staff looked really miserable.
The walk-around characters were dressed in...
Look at this guy. He doesn't want to be here.
Seasonal costumes. And
the other girl liked it.
There was a special Studio Nick character show.
Oh, this is a different SpongeBob
show called Celebrate.
where he's got real arms, but he's so horrifying. The long legs, dude.
Nick Mess. So, how much did it cost? The renovation to create the resort ended up costing around $25 million, and a total of 777 suites were available to book.
That seems low? Like, a low amount of money to suite cost?
Prices fluctuated throughout the year. A 2-bedroom kid suite cost between $135 and $275 a night.
$20 million nowadays, like, if you took the $20 million from back then and turned it into today's money, it'd probably be like $100 billion.
While a 3-bedroom kid suite cost between $300 and $600 a night. The buffet was around $10 for adults, $8 for kids, and free for anyone under 12. The Nicktoons Cafe
So you have to pay for the food as well as paying for your hotel?
character dining cost $17 for an adult and $10 for kids. An all-access wristband in later years would allow guests access to the 4D experience and other activities in the mall area. This cost around $20. So if you did the math, a family of 4 spending 2 nights and a full day at the hotel would cost over $750 during peak season. While this was expensive, the Nick Hotel operated as a resort, with enough activities and attractions to keep guests on property during their stay.
All right. That is kind of a lot of money, but it's expensive to do anything with kids. Like, you have to, it's just expensive.
This was different than Disney, as more often than not, Walt Disney World Resort hotel guests will be purchasing tickets to one or more of the property's theme parks. On April 30th, 2005, just over a month after the Nick Hotel opened its doors, Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios Florida closed. A time capsule had been buried outside of the studio in 1992. Kids voted on what they wanted to be placed in the capsule, and items such as a Back to the Future VHS, an MC Hammer CD, and a Nintendo Game Boy were buried. The
Cool.
capsule was to remain for 50 years.
Look how they massacred me. Please put me out of my misery.
He's pretty massacred. I'm actually going to mute Tangia for the rest of this.
To be opened in 20, and a Nintendo Game Boy were buried. The capsule was to remain for 50 years, to be opened in 2042. After Nickelodeon Studios closed, the time capsule was moved to the Nick Hotel,
Oh my gosh, open 2042.
where it was reburied and displayed for guests. The Nickelodeon Hotel continued to operate normally for over a decade, adding new entertainment options and shows periodically. In May of 2012, Double Dare Live, a new game show at Studio Nick based off of the hit TV show, debuted. In 2014, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Summer of the Shell began. Some rooms were rethemed to the heroes, and a laser maze based off of the TV show was added to the mall.
So it seems like this was kind of going for a long time. Like, this wasn't a failure. This was like a smash success that kept going for many years.
2015, the Nick Hotel celebrated its 10th anniversary, but just a month after the celebration ended, the Nick Hotel would receive some devastating news. On January 29, 2016, Nickelodeon announced that the Nickelodeon Family Suites would be rebranded back into a Holiday Inn. The news, while sad for many, was not necessarily shocking. There were a few signs that the Nick Hotel might not be around for much longer. For one, Nickelodeon had a severely reduced presence at Universal Studios Florida, since Nickelodeon Studios had closed in 2005 and Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast had closed in 2011. While walk-around characters...
Yeah, that Jimmy Neutron is interesting because, you know, you have to be a certain age to have ever heard of it and, like, watched it. Like, that is an IP that made no progress into the future. It just completely phased out.
Still appeared.
So it was an interesting one to have, like, you know, at the park.
There was no attraction dedicated to Nickelodeon. This made marketing the resort and the park together slightly more difficult. And more than anything, it was an indication that an era of Nickelodeon was over. By 2016, the original branding was dated, as all of the shows, except SpongeBob and the Fairly OddParents, had ended. Another issue was that the concept for the resort was flawed from the beginning. The Nick Hotel operated like an all-inclusive resort, similar to those found in tropical destinations. The problem was that the Nick Hotel was in the middle of Orlando. This made guests feel claustrophobic, as the resort was not sitting next to an ocean. They also wanted to go experience Orlando's many attractions. But for the price of the Nick Hotel, guests needed to stay on property to get their money's worth. However, these were all minor issues. The biggest reason for the debranding was Nickelodeon's new partnership with Charisma Hotels. This was created to build Nickelodeon resorts throughout the world. The company had never gone through with the plans for expansion with Holiday Inn, most likely due to the Nick Hotel not being a massive success. The resort was
So it wasn't a success.
popular, but it was clear that the Holiday Inn concept wouldn't work outside of Orlando. The first Nickelodeon resort with Charisma Hotels would open in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic later in 2016.
So they closed this one to make different ones.
The new resort would have many attractions similar to the Nick Hotel, but it had a
I was expecting there to be like Nickelodeon's failed hotels thing that was so fucked up and didn't work ever. And what a fucking idiot did to have designed this.
more elegant and subtle design and was located on a beach. The Punta Cana resort was met with glowing reviews, and another resort is set to open in Riviera Maya, Mexico in 2019. Since
It said to open.
Nickelodeon was focusing on a more luxurious resort brand, they
What is
decided
this
to end their licensing contract with Holiday Inn. There was also one more reason for the closure.
Luxurious?
The hotel was not in great shape.
The Nickelodeon Hotel, 10 years later.
Oh.
These images may be disturbing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, SpongeBob, what did you do? What is that? Oh! Ew, ew. Oh dear. Password check failed. Ooh. Oh god. Oh, that is child shit. Ew! Okay. Oh, are those bugs? Oh, it's rusting. You know what will take that off? A little bit of vinegar and aluminum foil. You just rub that on, it will chemically get rid of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically they used the Nickelodeon Hotel until it fell apart. And none, like, all of the IPs were gone, and the Nickelodeon Hotel was degrading. Ew! Eek! Oh my god, it's alive! It's a bedbug! Ew!
By 2016, the Nick Hotel desperately needed a renovation. This meant either updating all of the Nickelodeon characters and properties, or removing them completely. The timing just happened to be perfect to end the contract. The resort was to receive a $30 million renovation along with the debranding. It was set to reopen on April 17, 2016. However, construction delays pushed the project back nearly 2 months. Having been announced in January that it was to close, this put the Nick Hotel in a state of limbo for 5 months, and the hotel stayed open for most of the transformation. During this time,
It's not Nickelodeon, guys. It's not the Nickelodeon suite. I know it says Nickelodeon, and it's been saying Nickelodeon forever. It's not.
Certain activities were discontinued, buildings were being repainted, and logos were being removed. The time capsule was once again dug up and moved to the Nickelodeon studios in Burbank. Less people.
Oh my god! Wait, when was that packaged?
Moved. The time
1992. 50 years is really ambitious.
Capsule was once again dug up and moved to the Nickelodeon studios in Burbank. Less people were staying at the hotel during this time, and the resort felt abandoned. Many of the themed kid suites remained,
Oh my
despite
god, the Crimson Chin.
the rest of the hotel being given a blue paint job and replacing all Nickelodeon logos with Holiday Inn. Many of the TVs and appliances had not been replaced since the hotel opened. The mall area was
Wow.
almost completely silent, with many of the attractions and restaurants being renovated or removed. Finally, on June 1st, 2016, the resort reopened as the Holiday Inn Orlando Suites. The hotel still hosts family game shows, the food court reopened with some new restaurants, the water bucket is now dyed dark blue at certain times, the 4D theater now shows some generic movie, the laser maze is now themed to Batman, and the gift shop now sells both Nickelodeon and Disney merchandise. The
Wow.
prices have also dropped significantly, now
Wow.
typically below $100 a night for a room with a kid's suite.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. I want to go here.
The Nick Hotel was an interesting
Oh, but
experience.
this is pre-COVID. Pre-COVID. It's going to be $150 a night now. Oh, wait. Okay. What is it called? It's the Holiday Inn Suites Water Park. Here, this is... Oh, well. Take a peek. I don't want it to autofill my credit card information. Check availability. Oh, hey. It's not that bad. It's 125 now. I thought it would be much worse.
The resort read both Nickelodeon and Disney merchandise without work. Attendance at Nick Hotel was an interesting experiment to say the least, because it didn't not work. Attendance was consistent, it wasn't completely neglected by either company, and it avoided what would have probably been a disastrous expansion. At the same time, it wasn't perfect. The design was cheesy, the activities were immature, and there was little to nothing for parents. Plus, Holiday Inn...
This isn't something the parents, you know, it's 2-day week, is a weekend.
known more for having economical prices rather than luxurious facilities, was probably not the best choice for the partnership. Nickelodeon made the right decision in partnering with Charisma Hotels, and it is possible that many new Nickelodeon resorts will open in the future. While these new resorts best the Nickelodeon family suites in almost every category, it is still disappointing to see such an elaborate entertainment experience disappear. Seeing the debranded hotel, a skeleton of what it once was, is devastating to those that stayed there and the many more that wanted to. While it might
You can't sell me on like a negative end.
be gone,
It was a mildly successful hotel.
the Nick Hotel leaves behind a decade of memories of Nickelodeon fans having the best day ever.
Like if it went out of business because nobody was showing up, that'd be different, but it like basically was a mess. It did fine and fizzled out. All the attractions, it just had like 2 IPs left that were airing. I'm surprised it went so long. Oh my gosh. What do we do when we like a video? We give it a like, we give it a subscribe. That was good. This is a good channel. Ooh. These are really long. Action Park. Oh, of course it's in New Jersey. I need a pee, but I like this. Maybe we can watch more another time. Give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back. I pissed. All right, what are we? What's next? Oh, I did want to watch this one. Can I work my 9-to-5 job from inside Skyrim? She pissed. And my hands are washed. Because I know you're going to bring it up. Ben, go watch the video. All right. Are you guys ready? So this is Can I Work My 9-to-5 Job from Inside Skyrim by Habby147. This like came out like 30 some hours ago. And here's the thing, I work a job. And I want to work my job inside of Skyrim. Let me turn the music off. Take a peek at this. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Work from home as a concept will most likely end civilization.
Oh yeah, you have VR Skyrim. I forgot.
I think at this point, we all know this, and it's why everyone is being dragged back into their physical offices. So while I still had the opportunity...
I'm more effective working it from home. I will be the worst employee who's in person. Like in person, I'll show up, but I'm not going to do as much work. You've exhausted me.
I wanted to perform an experiment.
Oh my god, I'm getting a Slack notification.
You see, I do have a YouTube channel with a strangely large amount of people watching it, but in reality, I do have a job. And much like everyone who works from home, there is a device in my pocket that is constantly trying to get me fired.
Wow, that is a cool magic trick. What is this very bright object I circled in red? What is this very bright object you circled in red? There's nothing there and it's circled in blue.
Anytime that a file takes too long to download or I'm waiting for someone to
I'm staring at the same thing, you know? I don't know. What is that thing? Circled in red. I'm looking in the blue circle.
Respond on Slack, I know that with one tap, I could be watching this.
Don't check your skin. That's where the Beatles are. Don't check your skin. That's where the Beatles are.
I know not of the burnt peanut, but I saw him get nominated for streamer of the top VTuber or something. And every clip I see of him, he's screaming his head off. So perhaps it is time for me to watch some highlights or something.
Don't check your skin. That's where the Beatles are.
But what if I didn't have a phone? What if my work environment was so conducive to focus and self-actualization that I became the perfect employee? What if my office was in Skyrim?
This is the most aesthetically pleasing spreadsheet I will ever work on.
Think about it for a second. Would I even...
I can't imagine working in VR. I would throw up profusely into my VR headset.
feel the need to scroll if the view from my desk was a giant phosphorescent mushroom?
I like how he's blurring his work stuff to avoid leaking company secrets.
Best idea I've ever had.
This is the worst idea I've ever had, but I've had it for a while. I've just been too scared to try it on the off chance my boss finds this video, but I'm hoping I can convince him I just faked all of this and none of it was real.
He did say in the beginning.
Maybe leave that part out. So this week, I decided to finally do it. Work from home became work from Whiterun, and step one was to find an office.
Are there office buildings in Skyrim? Do people work in offices yet? Maybe like the Solitude Docks or something? Or maybe there's a watchtower somewhere I can sit on top.
Do people work in offices yet? When at what point in time of humanity were offices invented? And can I go back 100 years before it? I will not outlive the non-existence of the office building.
Well, that sounds nice. That sounds really aesthetic, actually.
Looking for good office space in Skyrim is like looking for a sex toy in a grocery store, because it makes you think, why am I doing this here?
There's gotta be something in Solitude, right? There's a school in Solitude.
There are no office buildings in Skyrim, but what there are a lot of that accomplishes everything I wanted from an office building are campsites.
Sit on this log. Hang on.
What makes VR so much worse than your eyes? It's like this jarring movement. When I like am moving around, my whole field of view in life doesn't move with it like this.
Oh, that's nice. Like breeze and maybe the...
It's so much more subtle. Screen proximity.
Clouds will clear later in the day too. This is perfect.
And after
it's the way that my whole peripheral that is supposed to be my peripherals are actually just in my center of my eyes. Like there is no peripheral. All that shit's in my face.
For Little Steam VR Black Magic, the stage was set.
And just like that, I am now working in Skyrim.
I like it.
This is
the following is the list of tasks that I needed to get done without my boss hearing a dragon in the background.
Invite all guests. I just scheduled my first meeting from Skyrim.
And
he also has the he's like using the tracking, the tracking. He's not using like anything unique, but it's the fact that this is full on VR. He's got the controllers.
Honestly worked really well until I got mugged.
All right, hand over your valuables or I'll gut you like a fish.
The mugging was not ideal, but other than that, it is a great place to work.
Listening to the birds chirp and the crickets while I'm copy-pasting this stuff is like really nice, actually. It's really peaceful.
So to get away from the crime and to maximize those sounds, I decided for my next office space, I would stand right in the middle of this creek.
Well, that's not good.
But then a dragon started burning my Excel file. So I figured, okay, I gotta get somewhere where nothing random can spawn in. Something
I hate that. I hate when that happens.
completely off the grid. And
Just
I thought
trying
the
to
best
relax.
place for that would be underground.
Now we have complete focus and mushrooms.
And what freaked me out was just how well it was working.
I don't think I have checked my phone in like an hour and a half. I'm in a mushroom-induced trance down here.
I farmed
The spores are getting to him.
55 email addresses. I finished my PowerPoint presentation. I talked with my coworkers about stuff. The ancient dwarves of Sky.
I am so glad that I don't do PowerPoint presentations. I make things work, and if things are working, that's great. I don't have there's no bullshit presentation.
Skyrim left behind the best huddle room ever, but after 2 hours down there, I did begin to lose my mind.
Don't touch him, that's his butt. And that's it. Oh, no. No, he's shaking. He's quivering in fear.
As much as I love
Ah! Phantom pain.
being in Blackreach, the background noise is just like someone running their hand across a symbol.
That noise started to make my skull itchy, but I was halfway through my day and no one was any wiser. I was not going to give up now. Hey.
He's beautiful.
Seeing as I might get fired now, I should really pay the bills around here. So skip to this time code while I yell at idiots who give money to a YouTuber who has a job.
Oh. I have never... Is this a sponsor?
Still something a communist would say. No, I'm not.
So okay, these are he does Patreon stuff in the middle of the video. Gotcha. I thought it'd be a sponsor, which we don't usually skip, but he told me to. Did he say 5:30? Yeah, he did. 33.
Help.
All I needed was to find a place.
Some help.
What did that say? Back to content. Back to 9-to-5 job with the benefits and a 401k and dental.
All I needed was to find a place as remote as an underground cave, but as beautiful as an enchanted forest.
By the way, I found out that you can just open your own 401k if you, like, are sole proprietorship LLC. I always thought that, you know, you had your personal Roth, and that was kind of like the thing you had if you didn't have a job. Turns out you only lose the match benefit. You can always just open up your own 401k. I didn't know that. So that sucks.
Which kind of perfectly describes the top of a mountain.
Oh boy.
Okay. Wow, it's been a while since I've been up here. Damn.
The water. The water like loading in and out of existence.
Let's open Slack. And while I was up there, I made a very
He's a good worker. You climb a mountain, you open Slack.
interesting discovery, because I recently started a new Skyrim file, so I don't have the summon Aurora Borealis shout yet, but I would really like to work on my spreadsheets during an Aurora Borealis, and while I was figuring out how to spawn one in with a console command, I saw this.
Sovereign Guard Dark?
And that's when I had my best idea so far.
Oh, wait. Oh, that was a smooth weather transition. Oh, it's working. Oh.
And this was where
who would have thought modding Skyrim makes the game better?
I took the most insanely confusing phone call of my life.
Hey, how are you?
I could ask.
I always enter a phone call with my coworkers, and I say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then I end a phone call. The way I end a phone call with my coworkers, Jose Taco Jr., thank you so much for the 3 months.
Slow dumb lem.
I always end the phone call by saying, "Yep, all right, thanks, all right, yep, thanks, all right, thanks, all right, bye." Like, I don't know what's up with me, but I don't know if anyone else does this. But my coworkers also go, "Yep, thanks, all right, yep, thanks." Thanks. All right. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye. Every time I hang out, I snicker. I'm like, why the fuck do we do this?
I mean, I can ask him.
Okay. Yeah, I told
Pretty.
Megan that we aren't adding any more invoices until January 1st because... Sounds good. I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.
He's got the headset on.
What the f? Here's the thing that sucks. This works. If VR headsets weren't mini Xbox 360s strapped to our faces, I do think everyone would do this. If Mark Zuckerberg didn't make the most lizard people branded metaverse ever, I do think people would do this. If I could put on a pair of sunglasses and drown out all of my distractions for the serene babbling of a Nordic river, I would do that every day. Oh no, I can't swim.
Oh, you okay? Sorry, my cat is having an asthma attack. Hi. You okay? Now she's purring like nothing happened. She did the I'm like, oh my god. All right, continuing. Now she's just purring. You good?
Oh no. No. I would do that every day. Oh no, I can't swim. Oh no. No. I made it through this whole
There's no way to swim?
day. Dare I say more productive than usual. The only issue was by
Doing something new will make you new and interesting will make you more productive at work.
By the end of the day, my face felt like it was about to fall off. So anywho,
I imagine you were tired after all the Dramamine you must have chugged.
hope that was worth your time. Sorry I kind of just worked in front of you. Are they practicing behind me? I'm trying to get on this Teams call. If you would like to continue to poison your timeline with this content, there is a button down there for that.
Let's see. Where's this secret button? I found it.
For me,
he wasn't lying.
For now, that's it. I've been your host, soon to be unemployed man. I hope something good happens to you today, whoever you are out there. And should you come back here next weekend, then I will see you next.
Actually, Skyrim VR sounds really fun. I say after I see him grab a woman by the head and stab her. I'm just saying that it would look fun, like the grabbing of the heads. This in particular looks fun. Not the stabbing people
Through
necessarily.
my day, and no one was any wiser. I was not...
That was a good video. I don't know how you make good content being employed, but he does. That's really hard to do. What the fuck? He makes a lot of content. This isn't your job? How are you doing this? There's no way. You're gonna retire in like 2 years. You get a fuck ton of views, and these the videos are shorter. You must like being uncomfortable all the time. Young people energy, yeah. You're young, or like you are the most comfortable when you haven't slept in 5 days. Either way, this video is really good. I am looking forward to more. And speaking of being most comfortable when you haven't slept in 5 days, I'm pretty tired. And I do have to wake up at 5 in the morning again. Again! I woke up at 5 in the morning today. And my coworker who had asked me to wake up at 5 in the morning on a Monday was like, we can't do it today. And I was like, oh, that's funny because last time we did that, you couldn't do it today either. He's still doing that. Yeah, he did it quite a few times. I do want to, there's a good amount of stuff I want to watch, but I think we're going to call it here while I still have energy. These were some really good reacts. By the way, I checked the reacts channel in the Discord. I checked that. So if you have a video you want me to watch, I'll watch it. It helps. Get some good eep. Yeah, I will. I will. And I've got a lot of work to do. And then, so according to the schedule, I'm not going to be streaming for a little while. It's so sad. Oh my god. I'm not going to be streaming. Oh my god. No, I'm actually not. I'm not going to be streaming until Sunday. But don't cry! Shh. Spare your tears. It will be fine. Who are we rating? Don't cry. No one's live. This is so weird because everyone's live, yet no one's live. It's like everyone who's live is like has 1 billion viewers right now, and I don't feel like they need a raid. Let's see. Or they're sleeping. I guess I'll raid Teru. I raid Teru all the time, but Joel Cha-Cha. Is Joel live? Oh, he is. He's playing a game I don't know. We'll raid Teru. I think she raided me recently. She raids me all the time. Teru and I just toss viewers back and forth amongst ourselves. We're like, hey, you want them today? You want the kids today? And it's like, yeah, I'll take the kids today. How about you out there? I'll give them back to you the next day. The next couple of days. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk about Thanksgiving when I get back. God, the holidays, man. I have to start buying gifts for like family members. Or making them, but probably buying them. Anyway, I will see you guys later, okay? I'll see you on Sunday. Sorry, it's been a few short streams in a row. But have a nice Thanksgiving. I will. Oh, when we get back, I gotta play Donkey Kong bongos. I got the bongos in. I really want to play the bongos. Anyway, bye. Enjoy Teru. Copy and paste the raid message. Get pregnant. Bye. A week without Sunny.